Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in today to Izzy the Tech Guy. I wanted to go ahead and dive a little bit deeper into null fields. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, we are using the AdventureWorks database. So go ahead and connect to whichever one you want to. I'm using my SQL Server Management Studios. So we have this data set here where I have the rep name, job title in the cells that they had last year and the cells that they have this year, year to date. So I want to go ahead and further, and this is the query right here. So I'm doing two left joins. You can do it right. You can do an inner join, but I'm just going to do a left join just to make sure I'm getting everything. You can go ahead and run this here, and this is the output. So what I want to do, I want to go a little bit further. I want to group these by territories just to show you some instances in a real data set world, in a live production set, or in a real world scenario where you would run into a null and what you might want to do. So I'm going to run this here. So now we have it, we're grouping by territory ID. And if we notice here, we have 1 all the way to 10, and we notice this one right here is null. So in this instance, if you're providing a report, the null is correct. There's no territory that is assigned. So a shortcut you could do, make sure I spell this right. Of course, I'm not spelling it right, but I'm going to show you here. We're going to use a COALESCE. Let me go ahead and come back here. Sheesh. There we go. Took me a little while. So again, if you look here, you have the territories null. So what this COALESCE, I'm going to show you how it's going to help you handle a null situation here. Okay, so I know what's going on here. Cast. So let's run this here. Hopefully that fixed that situation. Bam. Here we go. So the error that you saw happen here, this value or this field here is a integer, and I was trying to do a coalesce. A coalesce is saying, hey, if there's nothing in this field, go ahead and replace it with this value here that I'm specifying. That's what the coalesce does. And the error I was facing is you can't do a coalesce in Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio with an integer and a string or varchar. So what I had to do, I had to cast this. Another way I could have done this is if I didn't want to cast it and I wanted to keep it as an integer, I could just go ahead and take this here and I can just, hey, 99. And then when you provide the report or whoever's viewing this output, just let them know, hey, 99 is assigned for unassigned. Or I believe the other number here is probably 89. Or you can just do 00. And this doesn't necessarily make the report better. It just presents it in a way where no one's going back and questioning the data where, hey, I see a null here. What's going on? Is there something missing? Where they can understand, hey, it might be something valid that's missing, or it just might be there's no territory ID assigned. So that's a quick way to deal with nulls. And if you want to get rid of them, you can, like I said before, you can leave the null, but just to limit the questions and make it concise and clear of what you're trying to portray, I would recommend doing a coalesce. Let me know if you have any other secrets or any shortcuts you do, but thank you for tuning in today.